Have you ever wanted to try the keto diet but not sure where to start? Or better yet, is a keto diet a good diet for runners? Let's begin with what is the keto diet. And no, it's not as simple as putting your house key on your big toe. The keto diet is basically eating a low carb, high fat diet in order to starve your body of glycogen and force it to use fat as its primary fuel. For runners, however, the keto diet is still a heated topic. Carbohydrates are known as a primary fuel source, which is why a carb-rich meal before a run is usually beneficial for performance. The ketogenic diet, the basics. So the idea behind a ketogenic diet, or going keto, is that by cutting out carbs, your body actually starts to turn to fats for fuel. You begin to produce ketones for energy that is derived from fat, as opposed to glycogen, which mainly comes from carbohydrates. When you reach a state of ketone production, you're officially in ketosis, which is when you're using fats as your primary fuel source. At this point, you're probably thinking that keto is going to screw up your energy levels, and you're absolutely right, but only while you transition to becoming a fat burner. The benefits of keto and running. Improved fat adaptation. Our bodies get most of their energy from glycogen reserves, which comes from eating carbohydrates when we run long distances. When you hit the wall, your body has burned through all of the readily available glycogen and must turn to another fuel source, which is fat. If you're a short distance runner or eat a lot of energy gels while running, your body isn't used to using fat as a fuel source, so it will struggle when you try to switch to fat to fuel your hard performance. The wall can almost completely vanish if you have become fat adapted. Improved sleep and energy levels. The first few days of keto adaptation are difficult as you deprive your body of carbohydrates. But once you've made it through, you should expect your energy levels to be a lot more consistent. When you're in ketosis, you fall asleep quickly every night and wake up refreshed and ready to tackle the day. It's simple to go for a morning run or gym session without feeling hungry or exhausted. Fat loss. If you go keto, you'll notice that you'll burn any excess fat fast. Once you've been keto adapted, you'll notice a great lean feeling. Don't be concerned about muscle loss. According to studies, if you eat protein with your fats and don't just fast, you'll keep your strength and muscle mass while still hitting the gym. Potential benefits: anti-cancer effects and aiding in heart and brain health. There are quite a few studies that suggest that much wider potential benefits of adopting an LCHF diet, including suggestions that a few prolonged fasts per year could kill pre-cancerous cells. It's our ancestors' diet. While the keto diet is seen as a modern-day fad, the state of ketosis is something that was a big part of our ancestors' lives. As hunter-gatherers, it's been shown that we had irregular eating patterns, meaning we could go for days without a real meal, and then have a huge feast when an animal was captured or a new source of food was found. Societies all over the world have incorporated fasts of one kind or another in their calendars. Regardless of the origins or reasons for fasting, the health advantages are well documented. It has worked and served a purpose in society. The downsides of keto and running. Lower performance. Don't set new PRs and push yourself too hard, because when you're in ketosis, your athletic performance will likely suffer. Carbohydrates are still the best fuel for high-intensity cardiovascular running, and you won't be as fast without them. Ketosis can help you train your body to become a steady-state machine, allowing you to go at a comfortable rate for hours without becoming tired. Keto adaptation takes time. It takes a few days to get into ketosis, especially the first time. And those are days when everything goes wrong. as you deprive your body of readily available fuel sources and force it to begin converting fat to fuel. Expect to have little energy and enthusiasm, as well as disturbed sleep. Note that becoming properly fat adapted, in which your body starts burning fat more effectively than carbs, can take weeks after you enter ketosis. How to go keto for runners. Be prepared for a week or two of low energy. The keto transition is a big party pooper. As a result, make sure you schedule your first ketosis cycle during a period when you don't mind if your running suffers. How long should you go keto? For many people, it's difficult to commit to a full-time diet of high fats and low carbs, especially if carbs are your main fuel source for faster runs. That's why doing keto in cycles every 3 or 4 months is a good idea. About 14 days in a cycle, try to transition into ketosis as quickly as possible. Then maintain it for 5 to 7 days so you can experiment with energy levels while in ketosis. How to get into ketosis. The simplest way to get into ketosis is through fasting, while also adding moderate exercise. This way your body will have no choice but to use its glycogen reserves. How to maintain ketosis. Minimize carb intake. You want to keep your carb intake down to 20-30 grams per day. Avoid starchy foods altogether is the easiest way. If you stay in ketosis for a few weeks, your body will become fat adapted and you can introduce more carbs back into your diet when you want to fuel. Eat fats. Your diet should be 55 to 60% fats. It's not enough to simply cut out carbs. You've also got to focus on fats. Eating too much lean protein and not enough fat can actually kick you out of ketosis. So please keep this in mind.